The woman rips off her underpants and throws them into the sea, but to her surprise, the scent of her feces attracts a large number of small fish. She immediately realizes that she is saved, so she makes her own fishing device with a Swiss Army knife, but after countless attempts to catch a single fish, she collapses on the container, tired and hungry, and in the middle of her despair, a plane passes by, and she sees hope for her life once again, so she immediately goes back to the container, and knocks down a piece of the mirror. When she climbed to the top of the container again, in her haste, she got a gash in her thigh from the tip of the iron, and this was perhaps her only chance to save herself. She held the mirror up to use the sun's refracting rays to attract the plane's attention, but soon the pain in her leg became too much to bear, and pulling up her skirt, she realized that the gash was half a meter long, and if she hadn't rescued herself, it would have been over in a minute. First, she inserts an iron hook into the circuit board and uses a mirror to remove the copper wires from the headphones. Then, she attaches the wires to the iron hook, and a simple sewing kit is created. To ease the pain, she drinks a bottle of liquor and finishes the operation alone. Looking at the intertwined headphone wires, the woman is struck by a bright idea to weave the headphone wires into a fishnet. The next morning, she puts the net into the sea, then throws the baby's feces onto the net. Immediately, the woman sees the moment and quickly pulls the net up. After days of starvation, the woman is finally able to eat. She can no longer feed herself by this method, and it gives her confidence to survive. She reports the daily water level and drains the net regularly. As long as it does not exceed the maximum level, they are safe for the time being. Apart from solving the problem of survival, the most important thing is to ask for help. The woman writes down the message on a piece of paper, then puts it into a box, and then throws it into the sea, hoping that by drifting into the sea, the baby's feces will be able to get through the sea. She threw them into the sea, hoping that someone would find them in a floating bottle. After a series of efforts, the water level seemed to be on the right track, but that night, the woman was suddenly awakened by the sound of crashing and discovered that the water level was rising rapidly. She climbed up to the top of the box to check out the situation, but it turned out to be just a preserving box. At that moment, the cell phone rang, and it was her husband's phone call, and she had a hard time unraveling her worries about her husband's life, but the woman's life was still in danger.